How we doing today, guys? It's Jesse with the Common Man Corpus Christi, bringing you news and politics through a common sense lens. And man, I'll tell you what, the Canadian trucker convoy, the honkening of 2022, the drama just never ends. Let me tell you. So check this out. Now, we all kind of expected this. The first time GoFundMe kind of pulled a fast one on the Freedom Convoy's campaign. I think they hit like $5 million at one point, and they froze it because they were like, oh, we don't know where the money's going. Yeah, now they've completely cut off the campaign. So, but there's a bright spot at the end of this too. So, hold on all the way to the end for that, but let's get right into it. From the Blaze. GoFundMe freezes Freedom Convoy fundraiser after it hits $10 million as Ottawa City Councillor presses Prime Minister to cut off group's funds. Okay, I don't know how the Prime Minister is going to do that. GoFundMe is a United States company. But yeah, they caved anyway. Whatever. They're funding these mercenaries, and that funding stream needs to get cut off. Yeah, these crazy truckers are mercenaries. Okay, guns for hire. No, they're truckers for hire. You know, the people that stock your shelves and bring food to you in your ivory towers. Yeah, those people. GoFundMe has paused the viral fundraising page for Canada Truckers 2022 Freedom Convoy after it hit $10 million on Wednesday, according to Fox News. The fundraiser has created to primarily offset costs of fuel and contribute to food and lodging for demonstrators. Truckers and other demonstrators have been protesting Canada's capital for at least a week. All new donations are disabled at the time of this reporting, and a note that states under review is now at the top of the crowdfunding page. The note states that the fundraiser is currently paused and under review to ensure it complies with our terms of service and applicable laws and regulations. Our team is working 24/7 and doing all we can to protect both organizers and donors. Thank you for your patience. Lying asses, you're trying to cover your ass in front of the media. A spokesperson for the company told Fox on Monday that it needs to ensure that the funds will be sent to intended recipients. Recent events in Ottawa, Canada, have generated widespread discussion about Freedom Convoy 2022 fundraiser on GoFundMe. The spokesperson, we wanted to provide clarity around the actions that our global trust and safety and customer care teams take care of every day, just as they have with our Freedom Convoy fundraiser. The company added, to ensure funds, will continue to monitor the fundraiser to ensure the funds are going to the intended recipients. Okay, so now this is, so here you go. On Wednesday, let's get into this real quick, and then I got another article to bring up. On Wednesday, City Councilor Diane Deans, who is also chair of the Ottawa Police Services Board, called on Ottawa Mayor Jim Watson, as well as Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, to petition GoFundMe to freeze protests' access to the demonstration. They're funding these mercenaries, and that funding stream needs to get cut off. Fox reported that the page has far exceeded the amount raised by Canada's major political parties last quarter, and that was in a matter of weeks, not even a month. All right, now hold on. There's a little bit of an update to this because what a shocker there. GoFundMe completely and totally shut this whole thing down. All right, so I couldn't find an actual news article on it, but this is what happened after GoFundMe initially paused, and then they ended up completely shutting down. And actually, I think, this is from, so this was kind of the update from Friday, I believe. GoFundMe completely shuts down massive Canadian Freedom Convoy page issue statements. Now, initially what they were saying in here was that you were going to have to physically request. Yeah, here we go. On Friday evening, GoFundMe denied their request. Let's see here. Let's go start back up here a little bit. Okay, on Friday. Let's get back to we'll jump right into Friday's reporting. Here we go. The Daily Wire reported that GoFundMe had frozen the Freedom Convoy's fundraising page. In response, the group employed the use of the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms, a Calgary-based nonprofit law firm. The Justice Center released a statement demanding GoFundMe re-grant access to the group's funds. The truck convoy is a representation of Canada's frustrations with extreme government overreach and unprecedented restrictions on their fundamental rights and freedoms. Contrary to the positions taken by government leaders, the convoy represents ordinary, hard-working Canadians. Truckers and families, small business owners, Canadians who have lost their jobs, income, missed holding the hand of a dying family member, been refused service in a store, or had their children miss months of school during lockdowns. The convoy represents Canadians who are fed up with 2 weeks to flatten the curve, turning into 2 years of restrictions, mandates, and a decimation of democracy. Hear, hear. Good word of use of decimation, too. So Tamara Litch spoke out. We are out here for the love of our families, community, and nation. These past 2 years, the COVID mandates have divided us. The protest began because of the federal government's restrictions on truckers. We are therefore calling on all levels of government in Canada to end all COVID mandates and restrictions. We will continue our protests until we see a clear plan for their elimination. Yeah, elimination, like all the way down in the toilet. On Friday evening, GoFundMe denied their request and shut down the group altogether. Now, individuals who donated money can enter their email address via a form by February 19th, 2022 to request a refund. The company's statement can be seen below. GoFundMe supports peaceful protest, and we believe that was the intention of the Freedom Convoy. We now have evidence from law enforcement, that previously peaceful demonstrations had become an occupation. Remember Chop? You remember Chaz? You remember George Floyd Square? You remember that section of Minneapolis that all those people were shot? Yeah. GoFundMe had no problems with keep raising money for those occupations, but they have an issue with the actual peaceful one. Anyway, GoFundMe remains a trusted platform. No, you're not. Not anymore. And you shouldn't have been for a long time. We work with local authorities. No, you work for local authorities. We have a detailed, factual understanding of events taking place on the ground. No, you get propaganda fed to you and then you fall in line with it. Following a review of relevant facts and multiple discussions with local law enforcement and city officials, this fundraiser is now in violation of our terms of service. Term 8, which prohibits the promotion of violence and harassment. Really? You were literally letting people raise money to bail out rioters. People who were burning down buildings and killing people in the street. Yet you were perfectly okay with those donations pages going on. Yeah, I don't buy any of that. Organizers provided a clear distribution plan for the initial $1 million, and it's just more of their gobbledygook. But okay, this is what proves pressure works, okay? Because they got all butthurt about the fact that, well, actually they just got scared. The Canadian government came in and scared the shit out of them. But what ended up coming up was the rest of us fought back too. And now we've got this directly from the horse's mouth. They pissed off so many people when they said they weren't just going to automatically refund it, which my understanding is kind of the procedure they've always followed in the past. Is they canceled a GoFundMe, they automatically refunded the money all to everybody. Now, I haven't dealt with GoFundMe much. Maybe y'all can correct me in the comments below and let me know if I'm wrong, but that's what I always thought was kind of the standard procedure for shit like this. All right, to simplify the process for our users, which means we're tired of getting all the hate online, we will be refunding all donations to the Freedom Convoy 2022 fundraiser. This refund will happen automatically. You do not need to submit a request. Donors can expect to see refunds within 7 to 10 business days. This is why pressure works. This is why social media pressure works. And this is a tactic the left has known for a very long time, but that we have either willfully ignored or intentionally dismissed because, oh, that's just the internet, that's just technology, that's just on a screen, that don't mean nothing. Welcome to the new town square, ladies and gentlemen. What happens on social media matters more than anything. I don't like it any more than the rest of y'all, but that's just a matter of the fact. Social media and the internet is now the town square. You can reach more people faster than ever before. And I don't like it, and I don't like what it's turned us into. But until more voices like ours get onto these platforms and start pushing back with loud voices and having large bases on these platforms that actually give us some power, or even invest in these other platforms. Get the hell off Facebook. Go join Gab or, Getter or Minds or any of the rest of these other places. Get the hell off mainstream social media. Excuse me. When they see a massive user base leave, this will be over. So, all right, let's check this out. Let's get on to the next little, their next little tweet. The update we issued earlier enabled all donators to get a refund and outlined a plan to distribute remaining funds for verified charities selected by Freedom Convoy organizers. Okay, that's not how it initially came off. It sounded like they were going to deposit the money to whoever they thought. But anyway, however, here's the juicy part. Due to donor feedback, we are simplifying the process and automatically refunding donations. Pressure works. You cannot avoid the Twitter space. You cannot avoid the YouTube space. You cannot avoid social media. These are the places these battles are fought now. And until we become a more active presence in these worlds and start using all of the alternatives and only using the alternatives, we will keep dealing with this stuff in society over and over again. So, that being said, like I said, speaking of alternatives to our current big tech oligarchs, GiveSendGo. Now, I wouldn't call them a conservative group or anything like that. I would just call them a freedom group. That's what they... Oh, here you go. #1 free Christian crowdfunding site. Okay? So they're probably not going to let you fundraise on here to make your own porno. Okay, GoFundMe probably didn't allow that either. But these people aren't going to judge you for your political biases, and they're not going to cave to pressure from overlords in the government. So here we go. And this is basically, I'm just going to read through this. This is almost identical to what they had on the GoFundMe page. To our fellow Canadians, the time for political power overreach is over. Our current government is implementing rules and mandates that are destroying the foundation of our businesses, industries, and livelihoods. Canadians have been integral to the fabric of humanity in many ways that have shaped the planet. We are a peaceful country that has helped protect nations across the globe from tyrannical governments who oppress their people, and now it seems it's happening here. They backed us up in the Middle East. We are taking our fight to the doorsteps of our federal government and demanding that they cease all mandates against its people. Small businesses are being destroyed, homes are being destroyed, and people are being mistreated and denied fundamental necessities. It's our duty as Canadians to put an end to this mandate. It is imperative that this happens because if we don't, our country will no longer be the country we have come to love. We are doing this for our future generations to regain our lives back. We are asking for donations to help with the costs of fuel first, and hopefully food and lodgings to help ease the pressure of this arduous task. It's a small price to pay for our freedoms. We thank you all for your donations and know that you are helping reshaping this once beautiful country back to the way it was. In order for your generous donations to flow smoothly, the good people at GiveSendGo will be sending donations directly to our bulk fuel supplier, and we are working out the details now, which means your hard-earned money is going to go straight to who it was meant for and need not flow through anyone else. Any leftover donations will be donated to a credible veterans organization, which will be chosen by the donors. Money raised will be dispersed to our truckers to aid them with the cost of the journey. Funds will be spent to help cover the costs of fuel for our truckers first and foremost. Yep. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So, see, it wasn't all bad news. We at least ended on a positive light. And this is why I always tell everybody. This is why I put every one of my videos on Rumble. This is why I'm on Minds. This is why I'm on Gab. This is why I'm on MeWe. This is why I'm on Getter. This is why I'm on... I already said Gab. Okay? I am literally just about every major platform that there is somewhere to be. I am on it. Come find me. Jesse Carlson. JESSECARLSON. I don't care which one of these platforms you pick, but get the hell off mainstream tech as much as you possibly can. Watch Facebook's user base drop by 10% in a single month and see how much farther their stock can crash. Because it already happened once, just because they didn't grow and actually lost just a few users. I think, they said Mark Zuckerberg lost like $60 billion in a single day or something? That's insane. So, remember what I said. Use alternative platforms. Let them be your primary source of information. Notice I don't get my articles from the mainstream media anymore because we need to start ignoring them. They are irrelevant. Parallel economies allowing one to collapse and one to succeed, just like we did with the USSR during the Cold War. We can do the exact same thing even in our own backyard. It's going to suck for a while, but we can get through it as long as we stand together and we stop feeding these tech oligarchs. Okay? Don't use GoFundMe. If somebody's using GoFundMe, recommend, hey, did you hear what happened to the truckers convoy? Watch this video this guy I watch on YouTube posted. Maybe we should use, GiveSendGo or somebody like that. Just a thought, because they don't seem to block people for freedom of speech, basic fundamental human rights. But I don't know. That's just my common sense take. As always, guys, this is Jesse with the Common Man, Corpus Christi, bringing you news and politics through a common sense lens. Thanks, guys.